Moin! It's crowd observation 66. Let's get started with our regular dose of increasing the blood pressure.
Und Nummer 2. Darf nicht wahr sein, hey.
He already said by himself, it's number 2. Sadly, drivers have this supernatural urge to pass trucks whenever possible. And sometimes even when it's not really possible. Roundabout. If I only ever had the chance to talk to such people to try to understand what makes them f*** up regularly.
Das weiß ich nicht, mein Schatz.
Take a look far ahead into the corner.
Na. Das hätte fast geklappt.
So let's take a closer and slower look to that. So it might be that the BMW driver properly looked to both sides before entering the road, but too often people don't check the area in front of the car when making a turn. Keeps causing a lot of very different accidents with all kinds of vehicles and pedestrians. In this case, everybody was lucky and nothing resulted but a very embarrassing moment for the driver, which hopefully makes him learn. I personally would have apologized to the woman for almost killing her. We are on the freeway at around 70 miles an hour and suddenly the car ahead of us swerves around. That was a ratchet strap. The car dodged it, but various tires of the truck ran over the thing. It's not a laughing matter, it's a solid piece of steel with sharp edges. It can damage cars, it can severely damage tires, and if it gets lifted by tires when running over it, it can be shot through a windshield like a bullet. Such a thing is foreign matter on the runway and needs to be cleared from the road. Where did it come from anyway? Sometimes trucks lose them when their boxes are not properly closed. In this case, the van over there tried to fixate his door with it. But it fell off, the door swings around, and who knows what that ratchet causes a minute later. The cops were informed about the obstacle to go check for it. We stay on the freeway, and the driver of this Mini Cooper even shows his gratitude that the camera driver made space for him to enter the road. Not even a minute later, ignoring the straight and bold line, and while he's at it, ignoring his mirrors too for good measure. If you suck anyway, why even try to suck less? Things are pretty slow here, because of some tractor in front of this truck. And trucks have a very hard time passing. Those arrows on the ground are indicating that a non-passing zone is about to appear very soon. But that is certainly not a matter of concern for the glorious white van man.
Wie kann man denn so gestört sein?
Whoopsie, that's not my exit.
Okay. Kann man mal machen, ganz so.
So we and the cyclist are approaching a red light. And doesn't this dude think he's a real smarty pants? Apparently he thinks that going around the light doesn't count as running a red light. Can't tell for other countries, but here it's absolutely the same. Next cyclist seems to know that and just guns the damn thing the old-fashioned way. So cyclists like to take a red light for green. Some drivers like to take a green light for red. Isn't this a very odd occurrence? Shouldn't he get some kind of an idea of the issue when somebody's honking? What the hell was that? Well, the camera driver told us he was distracted and didn't recognize the red car. Dude, you seriously need to think about the way you are using your car when you start missing vehicles in fluid traffic. If that was close to a hit, what's gonna happen when you are approaching a traffic jam?
Uiuiui, da war ganz klarer Fall von Rotlichtverstoß, aber.
Dude, are you in a serious hurry or why are you passing everybody violently? Ah, because you want to take the exit, and it's unacceptable to take it 5 seconds later, I see. How dare us peasants be in your way? The road should be empty so that your majesty does not get hindered in any way. Driving on the freeway is actually rather simple, and could also be pretty safe if everybody was properly looking how they are supposed to. But as it always is with everything concerning traffic, the roads are crowded with goddamn dipshits. Sometimes I am wondering why such idiots are not ending up in crashes every 10 miles. The answer is simple. Because other drivers watch for them and prevent the crashes they are inducing. Makes me sick. There are 2 cars turning right over there. Yup, those 2 cars were touching. Guess one of those times where some highly educated driver didn't understand how to follow some lines at a double lane turn. I'd like you guys to do me a favor. Whenever you are witness of some accident, stop for those people. Give your information and provide the footage if you're running a dashcam. Because it often doesn't turn out perfectly fair. Either one driver wants to screw over the other one, or maybe just doesn't know it better and accuses the other one of something he didn't do. When the officials arrive, they can't always reconstruct the accident properly, which is where camera footage would be invaluable. And talking about something doing for the community, I fucking hate drunk people and what they are doing with glass bottles. Stupid fucking assholes. This planet certainly doesn't need more plastic, but we should do something about not serving alcohol in bottles, which can be turned into loads of dangerous little pieces. Wirklich dumme, besoffene Sackgesichter schon wieder. Shards of glass are really bad for the feet of animals, but also for the tires of bikes. For car tires, it's not really an issue. At least one thing car drivers don't need to factor in, because they are already busy enough with what they are supposed to handle. With some people, I am wondering how they could even tie their shoes in the morning, let alone driving a car. Such big mirrors on this truck. Better not use them. Oh, this hatched area makes for a really nice passing lane, no? It keeps amazing me how some people who are apparently driving for a living keep risking their licenses over and over again. Coincidentally, we know this area here, there is a speed limit of 70 kph, and this guy is going 126. The question is if this guy knows this road, because very soon there is a light that often tends to be red, and we get an actual passing lane in about 4 kilometers. But once such people actually get caught and lose their license for a while, they start whining and sobbing how they need their license, otherwise they will die from starving. Well, dipshit, why were you driving like a fucking madman in the first place then? Huh. Apparently another hatched passing lane. We got some unfortunate cyclist here. The honking was presumably accidental, and the camera driver was very annoyed that nobody but her stopped for the cyclist. Especially stupid with those people in the same lane who even had to stop for just this person being down to the ground right in front of them. You could never know in which condition this fallen person really is. It may look all hunky-dory from the comfort of your car seat, but who knows if the cyclist may not have broken something and isn't able to go on riding. Might even be more dangerous to be walking your bike on such a road, and it takes a lot longer. Here we are running at 220 kph on the freeway, and our man is flashing once at the car in front of him, which is an official sign of showing your intention to pass in Germany. Flashing once, not starting a lightning storm. So, that car should move back to the middle lane to let us pass. Instead, it stays right in the middle of both lanes. While we can't know for sure, it kinda looks to me like one of those cavemen having some ego issues and trying to prevent the camera driver from passing. Solution? Keeping this 2 tons bullet at speed and gunning past this idiot. Well, while I can totally understand that you wouldn't want to let this dumbass have his ignorant way, squeezing through this little gap at such speeds is nothing like a wise decision either. Either make one mistake, or maybe have something laying on the ground, like a ratchet strap, and you go flying with your entire car. At such speeds, the rate of dying when losing control is serious. We got a 30 zone, and you guys know those annoying speed bumps too, don't you? This guy really doesn't like him either, so let's take the far more convenient sidewalk. We were informed that those bumps got removed again after a while. I guess he wasn't the only one finding out about life hacking the living crap out of them. This is a very nice but also rare thing to see. Our driver let the bus go, and he was showing his appreciation through the display. I never saw this in person. Mostly I give way to buses coming from ahead. You guys be good people and drive in a similar fashion. And what you should do as well, watching more of crowd observations, because time's up. Here, the playlist. Check it out. Yo.